Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we have a guest here with us, joining us virtually. We're going to be talking about the Global Talent Visa platform. But this time around, we're going to be specifically talking about the arts and culture part. So some of you may not be aware, the Global Talent Visa, it comprises of three parts: the digital technology, the arts and culture, and the academia. Yeah. So in the previous video I made, which I'm going to link somewhere above, my husband and I talked about the digital technology parts, and that was basically how we relocated to the UK from Nigeria. So we are here today to talk about the arts and culture part of it. Yes. So we have our guest here with us. I'm just going to let him introduce himself and basically just tell us about himself, his family, and everything there is to know. So over to you.
Okay, my name is Philip Ojire. I call myself a trader, but I'm also a creative director for my fashion brand, ShirtFreak, now FreakVault. We started in 2017 as just a shirt brand, and we grew into a full fashion retail company in 2020. And now we are here pushing the brand from a local base now to a global base or platform. That's it. That's basically about me. I'm married with a kid. My wife's name is Esther Wudu. She's a movie actor. That's it, basically.
He's been really conservative about who he is, yeah. But
all the CEO.
No. Those I always tell people the CEO stuff is just a title. I'm a trader, it's buying and selling. Though I'm in the creative side because I'm a product designer. So I major basically in fashion. I'm also a digital marketer because I teach sponsored ads also, which I got the experience from running my business. And my wife is a celebrity. I'm the trader. So I have a very private life, social life. So even when we go out together for their events, which she forces me to go, like she has to be reminding me every time. Most times she bring my clothes to the office and we have to dress from there and go. But I like just being behind the scene and let her be forward. She's the public person, I'm the private person.
Yes, we recently you applied for the Global Talent Visa and in the arts and culture department. So can you please tell us like a little about the pre-application phase, why you decided to, apply, what you required and all that?
Okay, truthfully speaking, UK was not, it was by accident. I was talking to a friend of a friend that they do this global US global talent package. I think I was supposed to pay $20,000 for the package. I've always wanted to move my business from a local base to a global base because I always have this school of thought that if I should compete, I should compete with the best. If I come last, I know why I'm coming last because I'm competing with the best. But if I'm local and I'm competing, I'm coming first, second, third, I just feel like I'm not trying enough. So I just wanted to try beyond my capacity. And the most interesting thing is about 21% of our sales are customers from diaspora, and UK, US, and Canada have the highest numbers. So I said, okay, let me try US. We talked and I was supposed to give a $13,000 deposit. Let's say today, we spoke on a Friday, and I said on Monday, I'll do the 13K deposits USD. So the Ikwere Igbo man in me was like, study this thing where you won't go pay for first. So Sundays are like my free days. I don't work on Sundays. I locked myself in my room, say, let me learn about the global talent stuff. Immediately I typed global talent visa. The first thing that came out was UK global talent. I was like, oh, UK, get them too. That was the way I realized that UK, Canada, Australia, so many countries had. I now read. I now saw that the UK owned. I was even eligible. Yeah. I was like, wow, I was eligible. Is this true? No, I don't believe it. I read. And I now saw that, I saw the criteria. I felt like, okay, I had all these criteria at like my palm. I was like, it's something I can do. I search on YouTube, and I saw that there were only resources for more of tech. There are no resources, little or no resources for fashion or any other process. I was like, until I stumbled into one Nigerian girl who is based in the UK that went through the fashion route. Immediately I wrote her, or I traced her on Instagram. I wrote her, and she was like, I have to pay consultation fee. I paid consultation fee of £100. She was like, okay, we spoke. And it was just basically the same thing I read that she told me. I was like, okay. She was like, if I want to work with her, I would have to pay her a £1,000 for she to guide me through the whole process. I was like, okay. I told myself, if I lose £1,000, it no go pain me. But if I lose $13,000, it go pain me. I'm a trader, I'm a businessman. I was like, okay, let me sacrifice this £1,000 and see how it works. So I now told her that we now negotiated on how we'll do the transaction. So she now showed me all the samples of the letters and all that. I was like, this thing is very doable. Because I also work and I have a very tight schedule, I gave myself a 30 days and divided it into weeks and say, every week I'll achieve this, every week I'll achieve this, every week I'll achieve this. So in 4 weeks, I was able to put all my applications together. On that, I think on the 29th or 30th day, I had gotten everything. I now told her I was ready to apply. We reviewed my documents and she said, okay, it was okay. I applied on the 1st of October and they got back to me on the 3rd of October and said my documents were too much. I should choose because I overpacked documents, my brother.
Fast. That's really fast.
Yeah, they told me that I think on the 3rd, it was on a Saturday, 1st of October, I applied. They said I think on Monday or Tuesday, they got back to me and said my documents were too much. I should choose the ones I really want to. And I said, okay, God, which one will I choose now that they will accept and which one will I choose that they will not accept? I just chose the ones that all were good, all were good evidences. I just chose the ones I felt like, okay, really, really help me a lot. So that was how I submitted. I submitted again on this. Then on the 6th of October, they go back to me and said I should allow 8 weeks pass. And the truth is that 8 weeks feels like 8 years. Initially, you feel like
8 weeks for you.
No, you didn't get up to 8 weeks. I think I got it on the 3rd week.
Yeah.
I got it on the 3rd week. But the truth is that you want to chase it and say, okay, 8 weeks is just there. The first 2-3 days, you feel like, okay, there's nothing. Let me just move around my. Maybe from the first week, something will just hit you. I applied for this thing. And, you try to distract yourself. I tried distracting myself in all ways. And my wife was even laughing at me like, guy, calm down now. Shayna, I was like, okay, I really want this thing because when you read about what you stand to gain and what you stand to gain, I was like, this will be a good opportunity. And the good thing about the UK Global Talent Visa over the US Global Talent Visa is that your dependents can't work with the UK Global Talent, with the US Global Talent Visa. Yeah, yes. In the UK Global Talent Visa, your dependents can work, can switch jobs without even. So when I read this, I did this thing like it was a school course or a school project.
That's really nice.
So after I got indoors, that was even the beginning of my problem because the person that guided me only knew much about the first stage because she applied from the UK. She was already in the UK when she applied. So it took me another 2-3 weeks after I got indoors to get the resources together. I was now confused. Which do I do first? Do I do the TB test first? After that, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I need? Even up to when when you get the checklist, you now wait for after you've submitted your documents or when you apply for biometrics, they'll now send you a checklist. It will now be confusing again. You now see accounts this one, that one. You be asking yourself, but people that have gone say you don't need an accountant. So it felt like you're reading something and people are telling you some other thing different. And you read. I'll say, okay, these people are tech, or they are not fashion. Maybe the fashion route is even different and all that. So after the endorsement, until I spoke to your wife and she now told me, okay, I have to go and do the TB test. We now booked for the TB test. 2 weeks, another 2 weeks again to book for the, before we could get the TB test. We booked for the TB test. Luckily, we got it that day. So we had to book for, luckily for me also, UKVI, the VI branch, I was able to, when I checked that night, I got for the next 3 days after the TB test. That was the easiest part. We didn't spend up to 10 minutes there.
That's really good.
Yeah. And our visa followed in between the Christmas period. 26th of January, I was in my dining table having breakfast with some other people in my house. I just saw an email, UKVI. Omo, your visa is now ready for collection.
That's really trying the best feeling.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but yes, but it was pretty the same thing. I think your 10 pieces of evidences, 3 recommendation letters, 2 from Nigeria, 1 from someone in the UK. You have to have newspaper publications, very, very important. They need to know that people are talking about you. Then industry, forgot what they call it, industry something. It means that people in your industry, like for fashion, it means that people in your industry have won your products for XYZ. And I had lots of them because basically my brand, we use celebrities to market. So that was even the easiest part for me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the truth is that I feel that if you're eligible, the global talent visa route is the easiest and cheapest visa route you could ever get. And when you think of what you have to stand to gain on a longer run, I just feel like it's worth it. Relocation is not easy, but it's worth it. Like today, I just I incorporated my business in 3 to 6 hours. Sweet. And I got the certificate today.
Nice.
Show you guys. So it's like every day is like a step forward so far to me. So that's it. I don't know if you can see it.
I think I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah. So it's just like every day it's like a step. It's a process. You guys have been here before me. Trust me, I know that you guys will also have your immigration or migration stories also. But so far it was like a task for me, or like a school project where I just had to do XYZ and it worked out. I was even surprised. I didn't believe it would work. That's just the truth. I didn't believe it would work. So that's why I said, okay, let me gamble with £1,000 over a $13,000, and I don't have to pay $20,000 again. Wow. You know, and the good thing is that immediately you enter, your day starts counting. You know, your day starts counting. Your path to citizenship start counting. So
it's really, I agree with you in terms of how structured and a bit more straightforward it is when you think about the normal migration and everyone does, right? It's a bit more, you can see the path is really clear. Like you get into it, you can see where you need to be in the next 5 or the next 3 years.
Yeah,
it's really clear.
So I would encourage any person and that will really want to come. If you're eligible, if you know you're eligible, I can help. In short, my side hustle now is to be helping people from the fashion route.
I have someone that wants to reach out.
Yeah, from this fashion from fashion route. Don't worry, your 1,000. If you're eligible, your 1,000. I will not collect your money if I know that you're not eligible. But if you're not eligible, I think I know what to do to help you become eligible, because it's easier. It's easier. The person that guided me through, you don't know her brand. She's still a growing brand. Yeah, you understand? They just want to see proofs that you have done XYZ. it's before I used to feel like, you must be like
Big.
a Gucci, a Prada before. Though no, it's if you're eligible, I'll always encourage any person that wants to japa. And if you know you're eligible in the fashion, you don't even need to do extra, because I even felt I overdid.
I want to the fashion radar, does he have the same exceptional talent, exceptional promise? Like
yes, exceptional talent and exceptional promise. It has.
Okay.
Yeah, for the exceptional promise is easier. The exceptional talent is hard.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's hard, yeah. I know only few Nigerians I know would qualify for the exceptional talent. Like few Nigerian fashion people would qualify for that. But the exceptional promise is quite easier. You just need to show your work. In short, I even told myself that I've been stupid. I should have been documenting every little win, every little thing. Just go and pay Punch or newspaper 20K, Punch newspaper or Vanguard 20K. Just document it and keep it. Every little thing you do a collection, even if it's a nobody that wears it, document it. They want to see. In short, one of my references was from GT Fashion Week.
Okay.
I was just a vendor. I did not do runway.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because I just feel like when I read it, because they say if you've done any participated in any showcase or catwalk showcase, or you've been a vendor for any fashion show, I was like, oh, GT Fashion Week. So some little things you just do. It might not even be even GT. As far as in short, there are even some people that would even go and do their own little fashion what's it called? Fashion show. You just maybe invite 10 or 20 people. Not to put chairs, put a long rug and display photograph. Yeah, I'm telling you, you can do these things yourself, because at the end of the day, when you do it and give it to media will post it and say, so and so you did so and so collection, you give the collection a name and all that. This is how the British Art Council will judge you. They want to see that you have done this, and you have done that. Even if it's just kaftans you make, it's an African print.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yes, even if it's Nigerian, what's that? Is it Nigerian wax, or what do they call it? It's an African print.
Yeah,
They will even appreciate it more than just the shirt and trousers. Yeah, because they'll say, okay, you use this fabric in producing such and such garment. Oh wow, and all that. And before you know, they'll find you eligible. It's not I realized that it's not really like a gang stuff. Just show them proof. That's all. So I'll always advise people that you take your time. Don't be in a rush to submit. 8 weeks is still 8 weeks. 8 weeks will come and go. Most times, there was a lady I saw on Instagram, that on YouTube, that got hers in 24 hours.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen it, right? This thing is achievable. So not everybody will japa to do the care work and all that. Not everybody will japa to do the study. Some people doing study here, you and I can testify, they actually did not want to study. They were just looking for a japara.
A lot of people now.
And even inside the art and culture, I think there's this part for poets and is it poet and dancers?
Yes.
Yes.
But basically for arts, performing arts, dance.
Yeah, performing arts. Performing art for actors and actresses is quite difficult.
So we had, when you're thinking of the tech part, right? You have 10 evidences, and then we had 3 criteria that you need to meet. Well, on mandatory criteria, there's 2 optional criteria, right? Out of those 10 evidences, what we did was we used 4 evidences for the mandatory criteria, and then we used 3 evidence for optional criteria 1, and the second 3 evidence for optional criteria 3, which makes it 10 evidences. Did you do something similar?
Okay, see, I'm even opening my I'm checking from my phone now.
Okay, so
what I submitted was not even 13 of it, it was 18. They say you have submitted 18 pieces of evidence.
Hi.
only 10 pieces of evidence can be submitted. So that was so let us know which of the 10 from the 18 pieces you need. So that was when I now started again. And I now did I did 3 support letter. They don't need, I even did a cover letter where I cooled down to sell myself. That cover letter was even a waste. I sold myself like mad. But I think for the tech people, the cover letter is needed.
You use it for application. Yeah, they call it application letter. No, I've forgotten the word, but there's, yeah, you're right. It's something like, I've forgotten what they call it now. Yeah.
So I did 3 recommendation letter, which is compulsory. So I did media evidences or media coverage. I did industry recognition. I did sales evidence. Then I removed awards. Now let me break it down so people who have not done it would understand. The 3 recommendation letters are compulsory. 2 from a business in Nigeria, fashion business or fashion person in Nigeria. 1 from the UK. 1 must come from the UK. Shows that proof as a proof. Then media evidences and media coverage to show that they've written about you, that the media has spoken about you. You've done something that is worthy for the media to talk about you. Industry recognition is celebrities that have won your product, either for a fashion show, either for a fashion event, either for an award event, and all that. Then sales evidence, you have to show that you have sold your product from Nigeria to the UK or to any part of the world. I had that one plenty. I had just used 1 full page. I did US, did UK, did all the international countries we did. So I think I did up to 50 evidences of that. So I just screenshotted the payment, the invoices and all that from the website. So so that was the 10 evidences I used in total.
I have a question. So for the tech part, yeah, you do 3 recommendations, but it's different from your evidences. Is it the same?
The 3 recommendation is different from your evidences.
Okay.
The recommendation is these people are recommending you, like to who it may concern. I know this person have done XYZ, this person have done this, that. So it's just for the person to recommend you, to say like, I trust this guy, this guy is what he say he is. That's the recommendation, the first recommendation. And I don't know if they write those people though, but I think they'll check who this person is that's recommending XYZ.
Another question I have is, for example, of course, in Nigeria, we have a lot of talented fashion designers. Maybe someone has been working in fashion for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. But when you look through the documents, the recommendation, everything that you need, it looks like it's so far-fetched. And it feels like, okay, it's only big brands or it's only people that are very big. So how would you encourage the person to achieve those, to meet up to those criteria?
Now, see,
very good.
It's easy. Exceptional talent and exceptional promise. When you understand what exceptional promise is, then you know that you have no fear. Exceptional promise means that you are an aspiring fashion designer. That's what it means. You are aspiring, but you have done, or you just graduated from a fashion school and you've done your graduation collection. So if your fashion school can give you a recommendation later, you can look for 1 or 2 people again that will believe in you or that believes in you, and just push them. You might just meet people and say, please, I want to apply for this thing. Please, can you give me, this is who I am, this is who I am. You can check XYZ about me. Can you please recommend me, write a recommendation letter for me, blah, blah, blah. People might be, if you don't try, you will not know that they will want to help. Like most of the people that wrote recommendation for me, the person that wrote the UK recommendation for me, I've never seen him before. We are just friends on Instagram. The industry recognition is very easy. Look for a celebrity. I beg you, write the person that, see, oh, please, oh, I've designed so and so this for you. Do you have any event you're going to? Can I style you for this event? Say yes. As you style the person, go with your photographer. Snap. I'm telling you, you see, you have to be intentional with everything you want to. If you want to achieve something, I'm very, very intentional. Go with your photographer. After the makeup have done, finish. In short, most times, you can even push the person. Can I even pay for your makeup? With your makeup artist. You want a very good picture. Can I? So you're saying that, okay, at the end of the day, the person wears the clothes, say, my madam or mama or sir, this is why I'm doing this. I'm actually applying for this. This would be nice. Please, can you just tag me? The person tags you to it. You write the person, oh, thank you for your tag. Oh, see, oh, can you help me just write a letter that truly I styled you for this event? Is that easy? Some people will be willing to help. Some people, yes, they'll help you, but it might take you time. You have to pursue them. If they're on location, or if they are working in their concert, pursue them, carry the letter there, go and meet them. Please, I really need this thing. Like, this thing is like you're like the pharaoh. It's like being the pharaoh now of me entering my Israel. Please help me. The person will do it.
That's true.
You see, I know people, you understand, but I had to, like, I really want this thing. I had to start driving to their houses and disturbing them.
I'm
not like, I hardly asked for favor. But I just told myself, Philip, swallow your pride, swallow your pride, swallow your pride, swallow your pride. I swallowed my pride because of what I wanted. I started asking for the favors. So I always tell and encourage people, just try, ask, exhaust all your options. That's why in alphabet, we have letter A to Z. It's a long list of options. Exhaust it. You see people that will help you.
Yeah, that's very true.
Then if you know, for the sales evidence, if you know you have sold anything across Nigeria, especially in the UK, just do an invoice, putting the person's address. Even if you have not done any sales, look for someone you know in the UK, ship something to them. These people need evidence. You know, once they see the postcode, they see the way UK is that from your postcode and this thing, they'll just know who you are and where that you live there. Ship, just do like 2, 3, ship to different countries. Ensure you can even do UK. Do like 3 UK, it's fine. 3, if you do 3 UK, that means you need, with 3 recommendation letter, that's 6. You just need 4 more evidences.
Okay, that's true.
You just need 4 more evidences. The evidences are not really much. You do media coverage too. Do maybe This Day newspaper, do Vanguard. Or you can do This Day newspaper, you can do Bella Nigeria style. So that it shows that a style or a fashion magazine has talked about you. So this is it now. You go and meet 2 celebrities that have won your product and say, please, you screenshot it from their Instagram that they tagged you. It's an evidence. Add it to their letter. That's 10.
That's true.
So, but the truth is that when you want to start it, it's scary. Like, how do I achieve it? So, like what I did, I broke my own into every week. Every week, this is what I want to achieve. And I made sure that from Monday to Sunday, I achieved XYZ of what I wanted to achieve. I always tell people, start with the difficult one, the recommendation.
That's it's funny because when I advise people, I tell them to start, do recommendation last.
No, I always tell the recommendation first. If you get the recommendation, it gingers. Well, immediately I got the recommendation, and I knew that I'm fired to go. Like, the recommendation is difficult. Once you get it, because once you get it, or you can also do maybe 1 recommendation 1 week. See, if you have time, you can achieve this thing in 2 weeks or even in a week. But 2 weeks will be ideal so that you can always read and proofread and unread, because you have to be very, very, very intentional about what you're writing. They'll read it. It has to be convincing.
So the visa part is basically the same thing, right?
The visa part is basically the same thing. When I went to your video, I saw where you say when you got to the embassy one time, they say those touts at the embassy say, you must do this, you must do this.
Yeah.
I went ready. So anything they just asked, I just gave them. I told myself I will not spend 1 naira extra. I'm not sure we spent up to 15 minutes there. Yes, and we just I was even asking, is this all? They say, I was like, are you serious? You ask me questions. They say, no, it's not an interview. I say, you won't ask me questions. Say, are you serious? Say, okay. That was how we left. I think this is one of the easiest visa process I've ever had in all my applying for visas, from study and all that. It's one of the easiest I've ever had.
I think the only question I have is, do you have like specific tips? Like, and you've touched on everything. Is there any other thing you think you've not touched on that you think was important for you in this entire process?
I'm a very, very serious risk taker. You know, when I want to take risks, I go all out for it. I'm not scared of failure. I always fail forward every time I fail. You know, so I said if I try it and it doesn't work, I have nothing to lose. Even coming here, you know, leaving my business, appointing someone, a new structure and all that. I told my wife that we have nothing to lose at all. Yeah, if it doesn't work, which I know it can never not work, we'll pack our bags tomorrow and go back to Nigeria. Nothing happened. You understand? At least we've gained the UK experience.
Yeah.
I think you've gained the UK experience. There's nothing. I still have a business, you still have a career. As you enter Nigeria tomorrow now, you go start to get jobs. In short, she's even getting jobs right now. You have virtually nothing to lose. You just come, but come prepared and come with some money, because the day you enter UK, you start spending money. The next stop is cash or card. Cash or card.
That's when that the very day you enter, you start spending.
Yeah, the very day. You know, I've been here for 3 weeks now, and I told myself that I just have to be blind about the Naira versus, you know, first I had to be intentional. I said, now I'm a global talent. I have to think and act as a global talent. Forget Nigerian currency.
Yeah.
I would advise anybody also. I don't know if you're coming with family or you're single, but come after you've gotten your indoors, you've gotten your visa, plan your coming so you don't get stuck in any part of this phase, because it will be challenging also. The truth is that the first day we arrived there, I felt depressed. I wanted to go back the next morning. Yes, because everything just felt new. Everything felt different. I was like, when will I start knowing the road? Then will I start knowing how to commute from the one end to the end? At the end of the day, I'm conquering my fears. What used to be my fears are no longer my fears. All I'm thinking of now is the next stage, the next stage, the next stage. And you guys can also say the same for yourself. It's not really easy, but if you're dedicated and if you're determined, you definitely succeed in this country.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I think we've taken enough of your time. When you reached out to me, it gave me hope that so even this video I'm actually putting out is actually helping people.
Actually, the truth is that I've watched all of your videos, and most times, most resources we put out there, we don't know how helpful it can be to someone, because yours was the only one that had depth from the beginning to the end. So that was why I wrote you. I watched all the global talent videos on YouTube, all.
Wow.
Till the day I got my visa, I watched all.
Wow.
I spent, once I come back from work, from 7 p.m. to 12 midnight, I'm watching global talent videos. Wow. Both the Nigerian ones, both the God. If I see any person in this UK that it's a YouTuber that have dropped a video about global talent, if I see the person on the road, I will know and say this because I've watched the person. It was that bad. So I needed someone that had that experience from Nigeria to finish. You know, most people are already in the UK. And they just read about it, and maybe they heard that someone got it, so they are trying to use it to boost their their YouTube content, but yours in specific gave me details from the beginning to the end, to the applying of visa, what and what I should do, what and what I should not do, and all that. I think your video had part 1 and part 2.
Yeah. Actually, you really watched that video.
I watched Rich, the one who no concern me. Watch Rich. I watched all your videos, your family, your setting up. Like, okay, even after I got the video, I started watching setting up. I saw when you guys was like, right now, you know, things I've not done before. I've started doing them in the UK. My wife calls me the carpenter. You know, in UK, yeah, it's DIY.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You buy bed. There's a particular bed we bought in one of the rooms. That bed dealt with us for 4 hours.
Wow.
Yes, for 4 hours. I've bought all the tools right now. Philip the carpenter should be added to my resume. So basically that's it. So I would say thank you guys always for being there.
The thing is, the truth of the matter is that we really live the experience. Those are like, those are some of the experiences that when you leave, you don't want people to go through those kind of challenges.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching up to this point. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section and we'll be available to respond.
We'll be glad to answer. Maybe I'll even go to the comment section sometime when I'm free and try to answer all your questions. And if you need my consulting service for that, I'll be glad to help anybody from the fashion route that would want to do, because we don't have much resources for the fashion route. So if you know you're a fashion person, designer, creative director, and you've done it up to 5 years, and you have proof that you've done it for up to 5 years, come to me. I'll help you. I'll tell you how you go about. I'll give you all the support you need. And to my peeps, Madam and Oga, thank you so much for all the care, the attention. In short, we've never met each other. We knew each other from social media, but you showed me a kind of love that is very rare. And I feel like you guys are my family in this UK also.